Hi there everyone, welcome to DM Carvies. Today we are driving a brand new 2026 Infiniti QX60 on the channel. This is the autograph trim. I want to say a huge thank you to Emir over at Faulkner Infiniti of Mechanicsburg in Pennsylvania for providing me this car. I will attach all his information in the right hand corner side of the screen, so if you're in the market for an Infiniti, reach out to him. I will leave his number and information below. But let's get this Infiniti fired up and let's go take a look outside. I gotta say, this is a really good looking vehicle. It's got the two-tone color. Looks absolutely stunning in the autograph trim. We got the black on the top and the dark red on the bottom. Beautiful dark rims, black and red mirrors. And I personally think this is a huge upgrade over the previous QX60 design-wise, transmission-wise. It actually looks and feels like a super luxurious car. Let's check out the rear seat. So here we have quilted soft touch materials. These are Lexus soft, something you would find in like an LX600. We also got the shades on the back, a Klipsch audio system, chrome buns, and here we have nicely quilted, very soft and comfortable front seats. So let's hop in them. I'm 6'2", and there is so much space here. These are captain chairs. We got a rear climate system as well, heated seats, comfortable, spacious, lots of headroom for my height as well. Gorgeous cup holders, a lot of space here, so practicality is perfect. You got two USB-Cs, an actual power outlet that you can plug in. Great thing to have. We have a tow hitch if you want to tow something, and a spacious rear seat with a third row. And we can of course fold them down these seats if we need to. I don't know if they are too close right now, but let's see if we hold these, how we fold them. Okay, so you got to push these and that you can fold them up, fold them down. Now there is a carpet here, so it's in the way, it's not going to fold down, but you can fold them and you have a lot of space. You have another outlet here and an auto tailgate. Super nice. Let's look under the hood. And this is a completely new powertrain. This is actually the 2.0T VC turbo. It's not the VQ anymore, no V6, but no more CVT. So here we have, I believe, a 9-speed automatic. And this specific car retails for $70,595. We got up to 268 horsepower and 286 feet-pound of torque with the 2.0 variable compression turbo engine, 9-speed automatic, 5G Wi-Fi hotspot, wireless phone charging, Google built-in navigation, pedestrian detection, high beam assist, all your safety systems with object detection, adaptive front lighting system, trailer stability control. Really nice. But now let's get to the fun part. Let's get to the interior. So we got keyless access, and up front, of course, we have soft touch materials, beautiful wood. It's exactly the kind of wood you'd find like in a 2011 Infiniti M56. Again, very soft materials, auto folding mirrors. We have built-in speakers in the headrests, and the attention to detail here for what you think is an Infiniti is phenomenal. It's such a huge step up from the previous generation. I can't even convey how big of a difference this is. We also have massaging seats, and let's hop in here. we are greeted to this gorgeous, comfy cabin. Super plush, auto tilt telescoping wheel, 3D Google Maps. I mean, this is awesome. And change the view, perspective. So here we have a bunch of good features. We have dual zone climate control, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, a power outlet right here. So if you have like a radar detector or a dash cam, you can plug it in, no problem. Glove box, a panoramic sunroof, and then you can fully close the shade, and for the purpose of this test drive we will close it. Black headliner, also memory seats for the passenger, electronic back mirror with a garage door opener. Now here, as far as we dive into the features, we have of course our Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, Google Maps, Bluetooth audio, all the safety systems, camera. Now let's look at the camera here. We have a 360 camera with many views. We can even look under the car, and we have a nice 3D view of it, so we can actually see everything around the vehicle. Good quality camera, definitely very good. Like I said, it's a nice improvement over the previous generation. Super easy to use display. Everything is intuitive. I don't think this one has any ambient lighting though, but here you can also change the way your gauge cluster looks. So you can change the meter view, and you can do this, let's say, different style. But I personally prefer this view. It's more old school. Bluetooth audio, settings, compass, your gas mileage, tire pressure monitor. You can also see the turbo gauge. I think that's pretty lit. And then of course you have the map in the center. Now as far as the drive mode goes, you got sport, auto, eco, snow. We're gonna start in auto. We got an e-brake. Let's do a wiper test, horn test. Now I especially love this stitching here in the wood. I think this is so classy. We have the Pro Pilot Assist, which is like our adaptive cruise control / autopilot, so it can really steer for you, drive for you. We may have to actually try it out on the freeway. We'll see how that is. But let's start heading out onto the drive. I'm gonna adjust my seat a little bit more. I also like the way the hood looks. It's very FX35 inspired, for those of you who know what car I'm talking about. I love the waves on the hood. It's really nice and curvy. I think this one also has the heads-up display, but it is turned off at the moment. All right, let's head out. So starting out, really rev happy, eager engine, so that is surprising. Let's adjust the mirrors. Now in today's test, we're going to start it a little differently. We're going to actually start out with the 0 to 60 testing. We're going to do a couple of runs here and there just to see how good this car drives, and then we're going to go hit the highway and do some backroad driving. But so far, gotta say, what a smooth, enjoyable experience. There's plenty of torque under the pedal. There we go. Brakes feel good and responsive. I also like what leather Infiniti uses on these new steering wheels. It's so good. You can tell this is a high quality steering wheel. See the speedometer accuracy at 56. We are at 55, so 1 mile per hour off. We're gonna go hop into sport mode. And you know what? It's quick. definitely has some really good pickup. And sport mode holds the RPMs in the sweet zone, so you can maneuver right away. At 67, the cabin is quiet, hushed. The only thing that I hear is just a little bit of the tires, but it's so hushed. It's definitely at a very luxurious level on the soundproofing. Much quieter than the previous generation, even in sport mode. Visibility, perfect. I can see everything around me. Blind zones are easily visible. We also have the blind spot monitoring system. All right, let's come out here. All right, so the first run we'll do is just off idle, no brake boost. All right, let's come to a complete stop. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Thinks for a sec, and now we go. All right, so 8.2 seconds, 0 to 60. Let's see what we got by draggy. We got 0 to 60 in 8.19 seconds, valid. 0 to 62 in 8.61. 40 to 88.03, and the 1/8 mile is 10.59 at 71.31. So this was our first run, not necessarily the record run. We're gonna do another one here. This time I am going to brake boost it to see if there's any difference, which I hope there will be. We are in sport. There's nobody coming. All right, let's do one more run here. All right. This time I'm gonna brake boost it. You know, nothing really changed as far as the time goes. Keep in mind we also have a roof rack on top. So 0 to 60 came in at 8.16, 0 to 62 in 8.59, and then 40 to 88.13, and the 1/8 mile 10.67 at 71.13. So nothing is necessarily changing time-wise. I will just do one more run back just for the sake of it, to see what we can do. Again, keep in mind, this is a 2.0 liter. This is not a big, massive engine. All right, let's do one more run here. All right, I'm gonna come out, reset the draggy. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, 8.37, so nothing really changed on the time. We again did 8.34 off idle. So there's no point in brake boosting this car, doesn't change anything. But again, this is very comparable on a day like this with this kind of DA to the performance of the previous generation, which was also like in the low 8-second range, around 8 seconds. But this summarizes the performance section of this test drive. Now where this car really shines is it shines in the mid-range. Not when you're launching off a light, it's when you're at that 2.5, 3, 4,000 RPM range and you're trying to just pass comfortably. It's so effortless, so playful. And for just normal driving and passing, this is wonderful. Keeps the RPMs right where they need to be. And the 9-speed shifts so quickly, smoothly, that you feel like it may even be like a CVT vehicle without the drone. The engine also has a distinct tone. Good brakes, good brakes. That's okay, buddy. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Handling feels nice and secure. We're not pushing it to the limit, but down the road, once we get to the back roads, I will go a little bit quicker into the turns to see how she handles. But so far, so good. No complaints. Holds the right gear. And merging is an absolute breeze here. It gets up to speed easily. No problem at all. Okay, so let's try the Pro Pilot. Okay, how does this work? I never tried using it, so we'll see how that works. All right, so Pro Pilot Assist, Steering Assist on. So let's see what this is. Pro Pilot Assist. There we go. So this is the Pro Pilot Assist. I'm not touching anything, not holding the wheel. It says, hey, you gotta touch this wheel, you gotta keep your hand on here. And then it straightens out. But you know, with all these systems, I'm just such an old school person. I wanna drive myself. I don't need the computer to be driving for me. Like, for me, it takes the joy out of driving, honestly. But for those of you who just wanna relax, you're going to, per se, like Virginia Beach, and you just want to relax and not worry about it, you put your speed limit, you put the distance you want from the car, and that's it. You let the car take care of the rest, which it does perfectly right now. So, like this, I'm just sitting, not touching anything. But whenever you get next to a truck, this is where things get a little bit intense, at least for me, because I'm not used to these systems. I haven't used them much. Oh yeah. There's some kind of little sound, wind sound coming from the left side. Could it be like a little gap somewhere? Or I don't know what that is. Just a little wee. No, it's definitely not mirror related now. Let's take this exit and start heading back the other way. Again, very good handling. Now let's talk a little bit about the ride. I have to say this, very smooth, but a kind of comfortable smooth. Not a yacht smooth, but still you feel the road, but it's very refined. So it feels more German rather than Japanese. Passing is not a problem here. Effortless and easy. Brake test, really good. One thing that I did notice also is whenever you apply the brake, the car does not downshift like per se a BMW would. I remember when I drove the Elantra N and you apply the brake in sport mode, the car drops a few gears to keep you in that prime optimal RPM range. Here, it's not as aggressive. It's more to the comfortable side. And the car prefers that I apply the gas lightly and quickly rather than just smash it. It responds better that way. Well, to summarize the test drive, I've enjoyed driving this QX60. I think it's a great, comfortable, solid option in this class, especially given the huge rebates and incentives and great financing programs. This is a great family car. Power is great, merging, passing is easy. It's a joy to drive in. It's got a great suspension. Handling is also very good for this size and class. It's not a sports car, it's not like sporty, but it is very nimble and athletic to the extent where you'd want it to be in this class. So I'm very, very pleasantly impressed. But I think my two favorite things about this specific car, definitely the interior quality, how well it's made. It's actually right in that top tier segment in terms of the materials and quality, and it is so hushed quiet at speed. And probably the third thing that I want to mention is the comfort. Again, surprisingly comfortable seats and great ride. But let me know what you thought about this test drive below down in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback or what car you would get if you had the choice. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, and till next time.